This week on Moms Like Us, Arie and Lauren Luyendyk reveal what it's really like to be pregnant with twins.
But now I question everything. I call my doctor once a week and I'm like, I have this really weird pain happening. Is it okay? Can I come in and see you? And she's like, yes, Lauren, you can come in.
Plus, Jason Biggs tells us how he keeps the romance alive with wife Jenny Mollen with 2 kids.
Because we'll literally put on an episode, make it through about 18 minutes, and then one of us is asleep, and then we'll pick up where we left off 3 days later.
And it's our Valentine's Day gift guide. We give you some ideas for your loved ones, your kids, and of course, yourselves.
I literally had to yell at my kids to be like, get out of this bucket.
We've got that plus so much more on today's Moms Like Us. Everyone, Christina Garibaldi here with BRIANNE MANZ from Stroller in the City, and welcome to Moms Like Us. Hi, BRIANNE, how are you?
Hey, Christina, how's it going?
Good. I'm so excited for our Valentine's Day gift guide. I feel like we have a lot of good ideas for everybody.
I think so too. And Valentine's Day, I think, might be my favorite holiday. So I'm so excited about this episode.
I'm so excited. And we have some good ideas for you guys to indulge in yourselves as well as your kids, your loved ones. So we got you all covered. So definitely excited about that. But before we get to all of that, we have to start with our trend of the week. And it's moms getting their pump on. New moms haven't shied away from sharing their pumping journeys on social media. And the latest star to do that is Stassi Schroeder, who welcomed, of course, her daughter Hartford in January, and she captioned a selfie writing postpartum life. Can't we all relate?
Absolutely. And Food Network star Katie Lee, she wore her breast pump while working. She captioned her Instagram post, doing 20 plus Zoom interviews today. Today means wearing my breast pump while dad is on Iris duty.
Yes. And then recently, Nikki Bella captioned an Instagram photo of herself pumping while holding up some bottles of wine, celebrating her 37th birthday. I love all of these because it's so relatable, so real. Did you ever have to pump in any strange places or anything like that?
Oh my goodness, absolutely. I had to pump, I remember, at a wedding, at a dinner party. And let me tell you, when I had Ryder, it was just that big, bulky breast pump. I mean, they have come a long way in 11 years.
They have come a long way. But yeah, we saw what Katie Lee was wearing. It's you just have to walk. You can literally walk around the house. You can clean the house while you're pumping, which makes things a lot easier, especially if you have 2 kids running around, because sometimes you're pumping for 30 minutes and you just have to just sit there.
Absolutely. I mean, it makes it there's, hands-free ones now, which is amazing. You don't have to plug yourself into a wall, which I absolutely love.
Absolutely love. I totally can relate. All right, let's get to some mom and dad news of the week. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott threw an epic 3rd birthday party for their daughter Stormi. They had a princess party which took place at Kylie's home, complete with a pink castle backdrop, pink velvet chairs, a blow-up slide with Stormi's face, because why not, and food trucks. Kylie tweeted that they had to cancel her big party due to COVID, but some of her followers were still not too happy that they went and had this bash, considering LA's strict lockdown rules. I mean, I feel like the Kardashians during this entire pandemic haven't really been paying attention to what's been going on. They've been going on these lavish vacations. And yes, they have said that they have gotten tested and things like that. But do you think that they should have done something maybe a little bit more scaled back?
I think so. I feel like it was too over the top, and you kind of have to be with the times, and whether you have the means or not, you still kind of have to be conscious of what's going on around you, especially LA. They're the worst state right now.
Yeah, but it's if that is what their scaled back looks like it's out of control. And they said that they just had close family there, but it still looked they have a huge family. They have a ton of cousins and a lot of relatives. So even their small parties is probably still considered a big party.
It's over 10. Okay.
Yeah, it's over 10.
No, nothing over 10. I mean, I don't even see my siblings or my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of crazy how they can just all get together and be like, hey, we're fine. And I'm sure they get COVID tests more than, the regular people who are not them. But I don't know. I just kind of think they should have scaled back a little bit.
Totally. Do you ever do over the top birthday parties for your kids?
I wouldn't say over the top. I did a big first birthday for all of them, and we did it in my parents' backyard. And yes, we had magician or whatever we had, but it was in a backyard and it was a barbecue. So I mean, that's my over the top.
Yeah, Totally. Yeah. No, I mean, we celebrated my daughter's first birthday last April and it was in quarantine. So it was a Zoom party for everybody.
Exactly. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, even now, I feel like my daughter, who we celebrated in quarantine in March, I mean, she's coming up on another quarantine birthday. And I'm like,
Okay.
what are we gonna do? I'm like trying to think of like creative ways. And like the only thing I can think of is like an outdoor like ice skating party or something.
Fun. That could be really
Yeah.
fun. I like
You
that.
feel
Yeah.
very, like COVID friendly. Like everyone has to wear a mask and
I know.
outside. So
Yeah, I feel bad for these March birthdays. Oh, well, I feel like it's going to be everybody's going to celebrate another birthday in quarantine. Like it's going to be.
No, my birthday is in February, and this will be my first birthday in quarantine. But it's my
Oh.
big one. It's my 40th.
Oh,
I want to say it's my 40th, but yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything clearly.
But well, happy early birthday.
Thanks.
We'll celebrate here.
We'll celebrate here.
Yeah, totally.
Exactly.
All right, what else is going on?
So 2 weeks after her husband, Andrew East, revealed his positive COVID-19 test, Shawn Johnson announced that she is now battling the virus. She wrote, "Not going to lie, I'm nervous knowing I'm positive. It's been a long 2 weeks of RSV with my 14-month-old daughter, Drew, and now this." She said, "My body's exhausted." She said that so far she has a cough, terrible sore throat, and a headache.
Right. I mean, we've talked about this before. I mean, I can't imagine how scary it must be to be pregnant and also have COVID.
Yes, and then her daughter just had RSV, which is a respiratory infection, and really scary when you have like a 14-month-old for sure. So I can't even imagine the husband and now her and being pregnant. I mean, my sister is pregnant and had COVID, and you know, it took her a lot longer to heal because you know, her immune system is like very low at this point because she's also caring for a baby.
Right.
I mean, we don't know. I mean, I don't think there's any kind of you know, evidence or anything that COVID does something else or whatever when you're pregnant. But I mean, wishing her all the best and like a speedy recovery.
Seriously, having the whole house be sick like that, I can't even imagine. Got to be tough. But all right. Well, moving on to Angelina Jolie, she opened up about how she has handled the pandemic with 6 kids. She told British Vogue that there are also these other markers of life. Pax has going into his senior year, but not being able to enjoy that. And Zahara finally getting her driver's license, but she's taking the test with the driver wrapped in full outfit with masks. She said, "It's not how you imagine these moments, but birthdays go on. And I think that for many people, it's made us all feel very human together. There's something beautiful about that." Now, she also admitted that she's not good at being a traditional stay-at-home mom, but she's managing because her children are resilient. I mean, I think that's a good way to look at it because you have to, you know, like she said, life is going to go on, birthdays are going to go on, and you have to find these beautiful moments in this time. And I think, you know, it's hard at times, but we've talked about this. Being able to spend so much extra time with your family has definitely been a beautiful moment, I think.
I agree. Like you have to find the silver lining.
Mm-hmm.
We all cannot escape it as much as I want to on a daily. You just have to find that like silver lining, most memorable moment that you're going to remember during all this, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure like 10 years from now, we're going to be like, oh, remember 2020 when we all had to stay inside for a whole year. Like, you know,
So true.
yeah.
And I think as parents too, because we have someone else to take care of, like you have to get out of that rut. Like you have to just make it work. You have to, because you have these other like kids that are relying on you, you know?
Totally.
So
no choice.
Them. Yeah. So Vanderpump Rules star Shayna Shea is worried about her upcoming glucose test after showing really high levels. She posted a tearful video Instagram. Take a look at this.
I said I would keep you guys posted. I have to do the 3-hour glucose test, so hoping I pass that one. Obviously I'm upset because I feel like I eat right, I work out, I do everything right, and she just said that it was really high, and that's all I know. So yeah, anyone who has any advice, I would appreciate it. Thanks.
Do you remember taking your glucose test?
I do. I don't remember like crying over it, but I was nervous because if you don't pass the first one, you know, the hour-long one, then you got to take the 3-hour one, and nobody wants to sit there for 3 hours.
Right.
But I wasn't like so nervous. Were you?
No, not at all. I always was told that it tastes so gross. You're going to get so nauseous. Like it's going to be gross. Is the taste my taste that I would, enjoy? No, but it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gagging, I'm nauseous from it at all.
Yeah.
And luckily, like all 3 kids, it was just the hour one, and I was able to like go home and I was fine.
Yeah.
But how did she know her levels are high?
I think she took the hour one and then she had to go back for the 3-hour one. So she knew that, like, and I think it runs in her family. So she was a little bit worried about that. But I just remember it tasting like kind of like gross orange soda. So
yeah, like a Gatorade, like a weird Gatorade.
Totally. Yeah. Well, wish her well. Hopefully the 3-hour one goes better than the hour one.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, moving on to Arie and Lauren Luyendyk. The couple are expecting twins, a boy and a girl, in July, and they opened up about how this pregnancy has been different. What has been the biggest difference between being pregnant with one and being pregnant with two? Obviously, you're showing a lot sooner. I mean, that's normal with the second pregnancy anyway, but what's been the biggest difference for you so far?
I think you kind of nailed it already. I just am growing so rapidly. Like I was trying on outfits today for a video Arie and I were doing, and I was so out of breath I couldn't even breathe trying to put my shoes on.
I put her shoes on for her.
I'm only 18 weeks at this point. And also something that's funny is I'll go out like to run errands or whatever, and people will be like, oh, how many weeks are you? And I think they're expecting me to say something around 30. And I'm like, oh, 18. And they're like, oh, wow.
I'm sure you're finding you're like, oh, I have to wear my maternity clothes now, rather than I was probably like 28 weeks before when I was putting maternity clothes stuff on.
Yeah, I've been wearing them for a while.
Yeah, I totally don't even worry about it. I mean, Arie, how have you been pampering Lauren during this time? And what's it been different for you?
I need to pamper her more, I will say. I think it's different now because we have Alessi. So I think my contribution is maybe taking Alessi for a walk or watching her while she gets some rest. Yeah. Whereas before it'd be more like massages and baking her pies or cookies or whatever. So I think it's a little different now that we have one and we're just balancing that. Her morning sickness has been unreal compared to the first time. Mm-hmm. So that was really hard. But now, thankfully, she's a little over that side of it. But now you're just getting tired. But I mean, that's all normal things. But I try to do things, but I could do more.
Honestly, I get so excited whenever he's like, oh, I'll watch Alessi when she wakes up from her nap so you can sleep. I'm like, oh, you're an angel.
You're like, that's the best gift that you can give right now. They suffered a miscarriage prior to getting pregnant with twins. So she said like everything is high alert now. She said that she's, been calling her doctor nonstop because every pain, every twitch, you don't know what it is. And I'm sure like even being pregnant with twins, you're probably twice as nervous as well.
Oh my goodness. And like twice the hormones. I can't even imagine. A really good friend of mine is pregnant now, I think 2 years after a miscarriage, and she was trying all this time finally. And she made this comment like, every time I go into the bathroom, I think I'm going to see blood. Like you have that. She's maybe 4 months now, I think, or 3.5. And she just still has that feeling. And even though she's past the marker from when she did miscarry, you still have that. And I feel like so many other moms who have suffered feel that same way.
Oh, totally. I can't even imagine. The anxiety, I'm sure, from day one until you give birth is just like through the roof.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wish her well. Seems like she is having a healthy and happy pregnancy so far. So good for them.
Good for them. So our moms are just like us moment has to go to Blake Lively, who opened up about how she felt insecure about her post-baby body after welcoming her third child. The actress said that she had to get creative with her wardrobe while doing press because no one had samples to fit her after giving birth. She wrote on Instagram, and so many clothes from stores didn't fit either. So many. It doesn't send a great message to women when their bodies don't fit into what brands have to offer. She added, it's alienating and confusing, and I wish I felt as confident then as I do now, a year later looking back, that my body gave me a baby and was producing the baby's entire food supply. What a beautiful miracle, but instead of feeling proud, I felt insecure simply because I didn't fit into the clothes. How silly is that in retrospect? I mean, it's absolutely silly for sure, but I can see what she's saying, about not being able to like fit in the clothes. And like, I mean, we talked about this before too. Like I didn't feel great at all, after.
No. Yeah, no, you don't feel good. And especially for somebody like her who's doing press, everybody's watching her every single move. And if you don't feel comfortable in your clothes, everything about you is just going to feel off. And, I can't, it is silly in retrospect, but I feel like everybody goes through it. I feel like everybody is so insecure about their body after they give birth, and you're dealing with hormones, you're dealing with all these different emotions, and you are that single food supply for your baby. So you just have a lot going through your head, and you just want those clothes to fit you, and to like, I just remember like trying to squeeze back into my old jeans. I'm like, when am I going to get there? Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's so hard. And there was also a moment, I don't even know why I said yes, but it was a childhood friend. She asked me to be in her wedding. And I said, I was like, I'm pregnant. I'm just, going to give birth like a month before. And she was like, no, please, please. I was like talked into it. And, obviously the dress that she chose was like not for a mom who just literally gave birth, like, 6 weeks before probably. And I just felt so awkward the entire wedding. And, I'm pumping at the same time and like, the whole thing. And I was like, I will never, ever do that again.
No, you're like, this was an absolute nightmare.
Like, biggest mistake.
Yeah, you're like, I am a really good friend.
Exactly.
Totally. Well, our dad of the week goes to Jason Biggs, who has been juggling work, 2 kids, and married life with wife Jenny Mollen. Well, and this is all, of course, during the pandemic, like most of us, but he did reveal how they are keeping the romance alive amid the chaos. What have you guys been doing for date nights in quarantine, or is that even like a thing for you guys, or are you just like, at the end of the day, I just want to sit on my couch and just relax?
Yeah, that's we have threatened each other with a date night for many, many months now. I don't, and it never pans out. We're always like, we go into almost every week saying, we're going to do a date night this week. And then suddenly Friday comes around and we're just like, hey, were we going to go out? Were we going to do something just by ourselves this week? We try to, if we're not, if our fatigue levels happen to be aligned, we might be able to watch an episode of something. So we've been slowly working our way through some television, because we'll literally like put on an episode, make it through about 18 minutes, and then one of us is asleep, and then we'll pick up where we left off like 3 days later.
Sounds about right.
So that's the extent of our sort of time together, I feel like.
Yeah. Now. So has it been hard to keep the romance alive, obviously, with, the homeschooling, the kids running around, and work, life, everything else?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'll say. I also had like surgery. I also did, I had hand surgery. I had knee surgery during this whole situation. And so I was also kind of like literally laid up for quite a bit of the last
journey for you.
Yeah, so it was just another excuse. I mean, not that we needed one to not be romantic, but that was definitely that was another one to throw in the pile. Yeah, it's just been really hard. It's really hard, and our kids are in the stage right now where they're both obsessed with mommy. And so, I feel like even if I glance in Jenny's direction and maybe catch her eye and share one little intimate moment, it's interrupted by one of the kids literally jumping in the eye line and saying, "Don't look at mommy."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is that super frustrating for you? Because I know my daughter, she's a little bit younger, but every time, like, if I give my husband a hug, she'll run up and say, no. And she's like the same thing. She's like, doesn't want my husband around me at all.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the case. Yeah. I mean, I'm enemy number one because I take mommy away from them. And by the way, I don't take mommy away from them because that hasn't happened in forever. But in terms of my role in the house, I think they'd be really happy if either one of them could be Jenny's husband.
That's hysterical.
Yeah.
I
mean, Sid basically thinks he is Jenny's husband, and it doesn't help that Jenny also considers him her husband instead of me. So that causes a little bit of friction there. I don't get much help.
Things get awkward.
Things get really awkward, but more importantly, I just I'm useless.
Not doing a good job of it at all.
I mean, oh my God. Are you going like on these like at-home days with your husband?
Absolutely not. Like, I put the baby to bed, I go downstairs and I watch TV. Like, we're not doing date nights.
No, we are not either. I mean, my husband has been traveling for 3 weeks, and so no, I'm definitely not doing date nights now. But even so, like, it's so hard. Like, how do you have to get a baby? Where do you go? Like outdoor dining? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going outdoor dining. It's 25 degrees outside. I'm like, does not sound like fun to me at all.
Absolutely not.
I also love what Jason said about how his boys are now completely favoring his wife, like won't even let him like in the room. Did your kids go through that phase when they were younger?
Absolutely. And it was always me that they favored
Yeah.
for sure. And then now it's kind of changed because my husband's traveling all the time. So now when he comes home, they're like, daddy, daddy, daddy. I'm like, have fun. Bye. You know,
like mama needs a break.
how about your daughter? Is she going through that now?
He is a little bit. It's funny, like every time if my husband and I hug or like we're talking like and not like paying enough attention to her, she's like, no, no. And she'll come in and she'll try to like push us apart. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so sassy. I love it. It's
Yes.
so
Oh my God, she's starting young.
she's starting really young. It's really funny, but it's funny to see. But yeah, I guess every single kid probably goes through these stages.
So funny. Oh, I love it.
All right. Well, speaking of keeping the romance alive, we are so excited about this because Valentine's Day, I can't believe it, is right around the corner. So we thought it would be super fun to give you guys some ideas for kids, your significant other, and of course, yourself. So we have a lot of great things. So Brianne, why don't you kick us off?
Okay, so the first one is something that you can do with a group of friends. I'm so excited about this because I might be doing this for my birthday because, you know, we're not celebrating this year. But Wolfer Estate, which is my favorite vineyard out in Long Island, they're offering private virtual wine tastings, and it's led by one of their wine experts. They also have a variety of wines. I personally, I love their rosés, but I'm just going to share with you. I mean, this is perfect for the winter months. This is like a classic red. And like everything that they make is just so delicious. And here we go.
So yummy.
So we're going to leave the link of where you can book a virtual tasting. So they'll send you the actual wine and you can do it like on, you know, multiple Zooms.
Right.
And have like a great night.
So fun. That's such a good idea too. I love that because, you know, obviously we can't go out to the vineyards right now and we can't be with our friends. And I feel like this is a great thing for couples to do together, which I think is a lot of fun. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, me too.
Good wine. Yes. Well, now that we've got the wine, we've got to have some chocolate. So Harry and David has this deluxe signature chocolate truffles box. Everybody loves a good truffle. And so you can indulge all weekend long. These come in all different flavors. So I'll show you. Hold on a second. So they come in dark chocolate, raspberry, coffee, almond, milk chocolate. So definitely nothing says Valentine's Day like a good truffle.
Oh my goodness. Those look delicious.
So good. So good. I will send you some.
Well, while the adults are having their chocolate, how about gifting the kiddies this cute little I love you bucket? It's filled with all these types of cookies.
I love
There's
that.
chocolate covered Oreos. There's like little heart-shaped chocolates. I mean, like, look, I literally had to like yell at my kids to be like, get out of this bucket. But this is from Cheryl's Cookies. I love it so much. It's filled with gourmet chocolate chips, oatmeal raisin, raspberry ruby cookies. Plus, when you're done, you can use this as like a little storage kit.
Yeah, that is so cute. I love that. And it's all like individually wrapped too, which is great for COVID times, which is good too.
COVID times, want to like even hand out to their friends, you know, like in our building or something like that. So I think
it's such a good idea. I love that. So cute. Well, if you're looking to get some alone time with your partner this Valentine's Day, then send your kid to grandma and be sure to gift grandma with this adorable Little Bridges activity kit. And this is so cute. So I'm gonna show you the box and then I'll show you everything that's inside of it. So this is the activity kit. And it comes with easy to follow instructions. It comes with an activity recipe journal so they can kind of chronicle everything that they're doing together. It comes with this really cute book, What If You Were a Chef at the Zoo? So this is so much fun. And then it comes also with an apron and some other things. And you can decorate all of the stuff too. So it's definitely a fun little game, a little activity for a kid to do with your grandma. So I really love that. And it's a keepsake too, which I love.
it is so cute. I feel like my mother would go nuts for that.
I know. I'm going to give this to my mom right after.
I love it. She's going to love it. Like my mother and my youngest would go like have a blast with that. That is the cutest thing ever.
It's so cute. I love it.
Love it. Okay. So what is Valentine's Day without flowers? And I mean, if you guys can see over here, I'm just like dying over this bouquet. It is from 1-800-Flowers. Each arrangement is designed now by a local florist. So there are no two bouquets alike, which is so sweet. But just like, look at how gorgeous this is. I was
So
dying.
Beautiful. And finally, after a long day, we imagine that mom would love to snuggle up in front of a fire with a super soft embroidered fleece robe. Now, this fleece robe from personalizationmall.com can be customized with your name on it, and it can also be a perfect gift for mom and dad, because you can get, like mine says Christina hers. I have one for my husband that says his name and says his. So they're really, really soft. They're really comfortable, and it's just a nice little way to say I love you.
It looks so cozy and so soft.
I never want to get out of it, I promise.
No. Oh my God. It looks amazing. Love it.
Definitely. Well, I hope we gave you guys all some good ideas. We're going to put this all up on our website on usmagazine.com. So we'll have the links there, so you guys can definitely check it out and purchase it for either yourself, your significant other, or your kids this Valentine's Day.
Yes, I love it.
I love it too. Well, happy early Valentine's Day. I feel like we did this early enough so people can have enough time to get their gifts ready and in order.
Absolutely. Leave us a comment because I want to know which was your favorite gift.
Definitely. Please let us know. All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode of Moms Like Us. Brianne, thank you so much.
Thank you, Christina. Enjoy the rest of the week.
You too. All right. We'll see you guys next week, and check out Moms Like Us every Thursday at 3 p.m. on Us Weekly's YouTube channel. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.